Okay, good morning everyone. I hope all of you have finished your texture pan in the last tutorial. So this time we're going to make skeletons for our model. And for this time, the things we want to do is the bird skeleton. Let's choose this one and press your slash key on your keyboard, and I will turn on Shaka VR so that you can see my operations. Okay, let's isolate this object. And also we don't need the UV editor anymore, so we can turn off that one. Alright, so this is our model, and let's go to the side view. Right here, press 3, go to the side view, and you can choose and go to the wireframe mode, so it will be way more clear. So inside this model, actually we have 3 objects, including the bird's beak, the bird's leg, and the bird's body. So the most important part is about the bird's body, and how can we create the bones for this one? Actually, it's pretty simple. Let's take a look. First thing is, I want to move the cursor to the center of the model. So let's press Shift and S to cursor to select it. So right now the cursor is right here. Press 3 and press Shift A and create the amateurs, single bones. So this is the bones right here. Let's move this one to the probably this side, and we can scale down this one. Go to Edit mode and press G for moving. And if you remember, we can press E. And it's better for you to put the joint on the edge of the model so that we can move that. Okay, just like this. And for the bird's tail, we can extrude from the end. So let's do this. Press E for extrusions. And I think we can create two like this. So for now, the bird's body has been finished. Probably we can do some adjustment, like this one. Okay, probably something like this. Alright, so you might wonder, how can we do with the peak and how can we do with the leg? Actually, we can deal with them later. Let's finish the body's part first. Alright, so now we have this one, and we can take a look of that one. If you go to pose mode, and if you move this one, you might find out, oh, why is that? It was separated. Why is that? It's because we extrude this bone from the end, from the root part, so not from the end part. If you want to create the parent relationship, we need to extrude from the end part. But it doesn't matter. We still can fix that. Let's go to Edit mode and choosing these two bones and choosing this one, press Ctrl P, and we can choose keep offset. So now if you go to the pose mode, press G, it will move following the root bones right here. So the next part, the things we're going to do, we can try to do a very simple way. So let's choosing the model first, and if you want to choose the model, we have to uncheck the lock object mode. Uncheck this one. And also, I think probably most of you prefer the shady mode, so you want to see the solid object. So we can go to here, under the bone, view display, and choosing in front. And so now if you switch back to the solid mode, we still can see the bones inside right here. Alright, so now we have the bone. Let's choosing the model, choosing the bone right here. You can choose all of them. Press Ctrl P, automatic weight. And let's take a look. Whether it works or not, press R. Okay, so basically it works. It looks nice. And if you're using automatic weight, if you go to modifier, choosing the model, go to modifier, you may find out there is an amateur deformer because basically if you want to make the model move smoothly based on your with your bones, it will automatically add on this modifier. Okay, and also I think last time you have already know that under the object data property, they will have the bone vertex group, and which will tell you which bone control which part. Okay, so for example, like the bone one, if you go to the wet pen tool part, if you like the bone 1 control the major part, the bone 001 it control the head part, the bone 002 probably control here, something like that. Okay, so that's the logic about how to move the bones. And for the bird's beak, usually sometimes we will using Ctrl J for drawing the model together, but it will cause some problem because this kind of inner part, Blender or other 3D model, usually they don't know how to calculate this part. They don't know this part is supposed to be controlled by this bone or that bone, so it will cause a lot of problems. But if you just using the Boolean tools or make these two models become completely the same one, maybe merge with each other, well, it will have another problem because the bird's beak is supposed the bird's beak supposed to be something hard and solid object. It's supposed to not to be deformed by the bone. So for this time, it will be a little bit it will be a problem for us. But actually, we can use in a very simple way to rig this one. Let's choosing this one and choosing the bone right here. Sorry, under the pose mode, choosing the bone right here, choosing Control and P, and you can just choose in object or just using bones. Okay, but somehow you find out why is that it moved away. And that's because first thing I think we need to do is Control A for apply all transformations and go to object, set origin to geometries. So for now, I think it will be fine. We have set the beak, the data of the beak back to the origin setting, and now we can using the rigging and assign this part to the first bone. Okay. Okay, so once you finish the default setting, set all the information back to the, sorry for that, I have to redo that. Set the setting of the bird's beak back to the default setting. Do that again, make sure it works. Okay, once you finish that one, let's do that in a manual way. That I think last tutorial in the basic controlling about the bones, you have noticed trick techniques. Select the bird's beak model right here, and under the object data property in the vertex group, create an empty group. Name this one because I want this bone control the bird's beak. And the name of this bone is bone 0.002. So let's rename this one bone 0.002. Okay, once you finish this one, let's go to wet paint, and now we can define the controlling power of the bone. Let's draw and make sure this one is completely red color. Okay, once you finish, if you directly move, it still doesn't work because we haven't set up the relationship between the bird's beak and the bone yet. So let's choose in the beak and choose in the bone 001, Control P, and let's choose in amateur deforms. So for now, it's supposed to work. If you press R, as far as you can see, it will move based following the bone right here, but it will not deform the beak. Okay, nice. But when you move, you may find out this part looks a little bit weird. Why is that? It's because we need to change the sequence of the modifier. So let's choose in the model right here and go to modifier. As far as you can see, actually we should do the deformation first and then do the subdivision. So right now, if you take a look, it will looks way more better than before. Okay. And if you want to make your model look even better, you can add on one more modifier. Let's go to this, add a modifier, and you can choose in smooth. So it will look even better than before. Okay, so now let's try to do the bones for the leg. And it's very simple. Again, Shift A. We can move the cursor to here. So let's go to Tab key. And if you don't know where it is, press the dot on your small small number pad, choosing the face you have, and press Shift S cursor to select it right here. Okay, go to the side view and go to object mode, press Shift A and choosing single bones right here, and press S for smaller, and go to tab key edit mode and move this one. And I think we only need 3 sections, so that's extrusion ones, probably 4, like this. Okay, we have 4 sections right here. Alright, so now since we have this one, let's just directly using select the model, select the bones right here, and under the pose mode, choosing all of them, press Ctrl and P. But before we do that, don't forget we have another leg. So actually we can try to use mirror tools to mirror the bones on the other side. But because they are separated objects, so rather than using mirror bones, I will just do that manually. And we can use the mirror tools on the monkey man next time. So let's do that again. Go to tab mode, select the face on the top, and press Shift S and cursor to select it. And this time I'm going to duplicate this one, Shift D for copy, and Shift S for make selection to the cursor. So now we have finished the setting. Choosing the bones, go to select the model, go to poser mode, and select the bones, go to poser mode, select all of them, Control P for automatic weight, and let's take a look. Okay, it works fine. And for the other side, we can do the same things. Choosing the model, choosing the bones, go to edit mode, poser mode, select everything, Control P, and automatic weight. Alright, so now we have the model, and also we make the leg be controlled by the skeleton. But for now, the body skeleton is still separated with the leg model, with the leg skeleton. So let's go to edit mode, choosing the bones right here, and choosing the bone first. And I want to make this one become the root, so I want everything follow this one. So let's choosing this. Select both of them, edit mode, and Ctrl P. It doesn't work. Why is that? Let's try to do that again. The reason why it cannot work is because for now they are separated objects. But actually we make a very serious mistake. So if you want to, for now they are separated objects, so you cannot do the pair relationship between 2 different objects. So if you want to make them become one, we can use Ctrl J for join them. But for now, if you do that, it will mess up the relationship between the bones and the model. So it could cause some problem right here. So actually we can try to do that again. So let's remove the vertex group right here. Let's remove all of them. This one as well, let's remove. Make sure they are clean, or you can just directly go to the scroll down list and delete all delete all group, and it will be fine. Okay, so now let's select these 2 bones. Select this one, Ctrl J for join. But for now, let's still have some information inside. Let's clean up everything, okay? Let's delete. And under the edit mode of the major bones, go to the side view. And let's go to another side. Let's press Shift A for create the bones right here. And let's redo the bones. E for extrusions, E for extrusion. Okay, so now we have this one. And for the other side, let's do the same things. Select the face right here, Shift S, make the cursor be here, and go to edit mode of the bone right here, select all of them, Shift D for copy, and Shift S, cursor selection to cursor. So now we have two bones right here. Select the bone, that's the songs, and select the parent, Control P, keep offset. So for now, if you go to the pose mode, it's supposed to move based on the model. And for now, we can start to do the automap. For this one, for now, they are separated model with this one. But we want to make this model be affected, be controlled by the leg, the skeleton of the leg. But I don't want this one be affected by the body, the bones of the body. How can we do that? So in order to do that, we can try to use this way. Go to edit mode. And under the edit mode, uncheck the deform right here. Okay. And also another side, I need to uncheck them. This is only for the model right here. So I need to do that first. And now, let's go to object mode, poser mode, select the under the selection of the model. Let's choose in the bone right here and Control P, automatic wave. But for now, this part is supposed to be affected by the bone right here. But for the rest of the part, they will just do the checking again. Deform, 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 deform. Once you check the deform again, it's supposed to back. Okay, so there's a way how we can do that, the rigging part. So for the other side, I will do the same things, but just in a very, very quick way. Okay, so let's go to under the selection part, go to the poser mode, and let's uncheck the deformations right here, so it will not affect here the rest of the part. Uncheck this part. Okay, once you finish, select the leg, select the leg right here, Control P, automatic wave. So for now, for this one, oh, still doesn't work. Why is that? Let's do that again. Take a look of the vertex group, make sure it was okay. And the things we forget is that we also uncheck the box, the deform box right here. So we need to check this one back for the leg. But for the rest of the part, we need to uncheck them. So for now, it's supposed to be fine. Choosing the leg, choosing the bones right here, choosing all of them, Control P for with automatic weight. So for now, it's supposed to work. Okay, so now we can check them back. So check everything. Right here. Okay. Make sure all of them have to be checked. So for now, if you move this one, everything will move. And if you move this part, the leg will move. And if you move your head, well, the head will move. So basically, we have finished the rigging of this bird. Looks cool, right? So next part, actually we can try to do some little optimizations about the bones. So let's select this one. Inside, inside all the different software, we have two different kind of bone. The first one, let's try to take a look. Shift A and to create a bone right here, and scale down, and go to edit mode for extrusions. The first one is about, we call this one FK bone, which means forward kinetic bones. So for this kind of bone, you just move and it will move forward. And another one, we call this one inverse kinetic bones. It's just like our legs or our arms. When we move one and another one will move as well and in negative directions. So we call that one inverse kinetic bond. And if you want to do the using the kinetic modifier, inverse kinetic bond modifier, it will be a little bit complicated under, I think it's under the object constraint property right here, and you can choose in that one. Probably not here, or is it about right here? No, I think it's here or here. Right here, the bond constraints, and go to the inverse inverse kinetic bonds. You can do the setting right here, but it will be a little bit complicated. But so rather than that, we can use a very simple, quick way to do the IK bonds. So rather than using the bone modifier to do that, bone constraints to do that, right here, I want to do a very simple way, a quick way to do the IK bone. Go to here, choosing the bone here and choosing IK bone. So when we are going to move, well, it will create the IK bone automatically. But usually it will work, and the IK bone, the base of the IK bone, it will base on the root key. So as far as you can see, you can create this kind of effect. So for this one, we can do the same thing. Press the tab key, go to pose mode, choosing the first one and choosing auto IK. And when you are going to move this one, you can see, okay, our bird become very dynamic, and some looks like a rubber or something. And for this one, we can do the same thing as well. Let's choosing this one and choosing IK. And when we are going to move, press G to move. It will look like that. Okay. For the other side, we can do the same thing. So it's a little trick. Okay, I think this part there's something wrong here. Let's take a look. Probably when we are working on the rig, it doesn't work very well. So this part doesn't affected by the bone, the root bone. So we need to fix that under the data property and go to WebPan. Let's take a look. Okay, so for now, this bone, the name of this bone is a bone 005. So let's just drill this one, make this one stronger. Completely controlled by the bone right here, and we can turn on S key. So make sure it was symmetry painting. Stronger, 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 stronger. Okay. So now I think it's supposed to be fine. Press tab key, go to polymer, and let's move. Okay, nice. Okay, still doesn't. Sorry for that. I think there's something wrong here because the face. So we need to fix this part. Go to tab key, select all the vertex right here, and go to mesh, merge by distance. I hope it will work. And probably we need to do the rigging again. So let's choose in this one. Go to polymer, unselect the, go to the bone property, uncheck the deform. There's a little way to uncheck the deformation if you don't want to check one by one. Just select all of them and hold on Auto key and uncheck this one, and all of them will follow your operations. So for now, let's do that again. Choosing the bone right here and choosing the inner bones, Control P, automatic weight. Okay, let's take a look. And for this time, still doesn't work very well, so probably we still need to do the WebPan manually. Let's go to here, WebPan, this one. Okay, so let's make this one stronger. Stronger, stronger, stronger. Okay, object mode, tab key, pose, and let's move. Probably better, but still a little bit problem. Let's go to WebPan again, choosing the first one. and we'll enlarge everything and draw more. Okay, let's take a look. Tab key, Poser, and G. Okay, better. Alright, so this is about the reading part. Final things, is there any way for us to save our save the positions? For example, since we know now we have the skeleton, we can set the motion, the different gesture, different position for the models. And so it's one, for example, if I set a flying posture, flying gesture, flying pose, and another one is resting pose, and can we save all these different one pose inside this skeleton, and so that we don't have to create a multiple model and multiple skeleton for our models? So is there any way to do that? Yes, for sure. So let's take a look. Okay, so if you want to save your pose, we can go to the object TR property under the bone selections right here, and go to pose library right here, and we can create a new one. Let's go to pose mode, select this one. Under the bones right here, let's go to new, and now we have created a pose library inside these skeletons. Select everything. Right here. So select everything and click up this one, add new. And we can rename this one as OG pose. And then let's try to do some different pose. For example, let's move this one. And probably you can try to rotate R. This is the first one. Go to material preview so that we can see the result. Okay, looks fairly okay. And I want to move the leg as well. And create another one, add new. And I will call this one probably a head pose. Okay, so now let's set more. But if I want to go back to original one, the first way is that select everything and Auto R and Auto G. That's one way to do that. And another one is that once we select everything and choosing the first one and choosing the zoom icon right here, and you can go to the original setting because we have already stored the pose right here. So right here I want to do another one. So for example, let's press R and Z, rotate the head, and probably you can change the feet as well. Right here, or probably something like this. That's another way. And select everything, A, to select everything, and press the plus icon and add new. And this one is head left pose. Okay, so now we have the different pose. So as far as you can see, if we go back to press A and go back to the original setting, for now we can do the animation. So for example, like the first key, we can just press I for insert the locations and rotations. And for the second 10 second, let's go to the second position right here, and let's apply the second one. Press A key and apply this one, or apply this one, and press insert location and rotation. So for now we have the animation right here. Okay. And for the sixth one, probably I forget to. Do I forget to save this one? maybe. Let's do it again. That doesn't matter. Let's place this icon to remove this pose. And let's select this one, rotate on the right side, and move the leg right here. And probably we can rotate this one as well. R and Y. Sorry, R and X for removing. And Y again. Side view. Redo that. Y. R and Y. Sorry for that. R and X, I guess. Oh, somehow I guess we missed the link in between these two bonds. So we need to redo the relationship. Please go to the edit mode. Select both of them. Ctrl P for keep offsetting. So now we have find the relationship back. No, where? Anyway, let's just use this one. Okay, and let's save. Press A key, select everything, and save this pose right here. So with this one, and let's apply the pose right here, and we can save. Insert the location and rotation. So for now we have the animation, something like this. Okay, probably there's something wrong here, but I think it doesn't affect the result. Alright, so this is the tutorial about how to set a key for the bird. So first thing you need to do is to set the bone for the body and just using manual way to draw the weight for the beak, and then create a skeleton for the leg and connect them to the body bones, and using automatic way to assign the weight for the leg skeleton and the model, and finally try to organize the modifier right here and save the different pose for your bird. So basically this part will be finished. Okay, so that's the tutorial about how to assign the bird the skeleton for your bird. Next time we're going to do is about to assign the skeleton for the monkey man. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you for watching. See you next time.